for Arsenal. Paul Davis is out with a knee injury. Gus Caesar gets the number 8 shirt. And up front, well, Charlie Nicholas also out with an ankle injury. Ian Allinson comes in. Now Chelsea, it's certainly quicker to say who's missing here. Goalkeeper Nijveski is one, so Tony Godden plays. Defender Steve Wicks is out. But it's a useful looking back four for all that. And then in the midfield, Murphy, Hazard and Bumstead are all out. The last two failed tests today. And among the forwards, Dixon, Dury and Speedy are all missing as well. A real nightmare then for manager John Hollins. But he aims to play an attacking 4-2-4. And among those in this reshaped Chelsea side, Colin Lee's called into the attack, only his second game of the season, to be partnered now by 20-year-old Colin West, who makes his league debut. West, who was called back on Thursday from Partick Thistle, where he'd been on loan, and scored 10 goals for the Scottish club, a youngster from Middlesbrough. The referee is Ray Lewis of Great Bookham in Surrey. So Chelsea get us underway in the old blue strip. Manager John Hollins suggesting that he wanted to play 4-2-4, a real attacking formation with 4 up to really go for it, as he puts it. And he says, as sure as anything, if you sit back and defend, Arsenal will come piling at you. And we're going to see Pat Neving playing away down the left-hand side. It's Colin Lee. And an early break here. And a free kick for Chelsea right on the edge of the Arsenal box as Roy Wegerle is brought down. Well, encouraging moments for Chelsea, unbeaten at home here since late December. Against an Arsenal side that lost only 1 of their last 7. Colin Pates behind this one. Darren Wood in there as well. So noticeable that Stephen Clark's coming up from the back. And Pates driving it into the Arsenal wall, looking to get the rebound, but didn't come his way. Hayes eventually getting it away for the visitors. There's no doubt at all the man who's really got Arsenal moving this season takes them to Wembley. There he is, George Graham, again with that lucky red scarf on, taking them to Wembley in their first season as a manager, next to his chairman Peter Hillwood.
Chelsea, a brilliant goal by Colin West. What an amazing start to a league career. Less than 5 minutes gone and a scorching shot. A great ball by Lee. Only his second game of the season. And just look at the youngster now, driving it past Lukic. The 20-year-old, after 4 minutes, gives the underdogs, which is what Chelsea are on this day, a surprising 1-goal lead. And what a goal it was. And what a moment for him to remember. The lad from Middlesbrough, back from Scotland where he'd been scoring well, has done it in front of the Chelsea faithful. And what a moment then for the Chelsea manager, John Hollins. Goodness knows at the back they're looking rather pensive. Now Allinson. I imagine John Hollins looking a little worried at that moment as well, with Allinson storming in. He's a young manager who's had his problems this season, but so much of it seems to be coming right, and what a brilliant start. And at the moment a little quieter and less animated than they were in the closing stages at White Hart Lane on Wednesday night. The Arsenal fans who are here in force at Stamford Bridge today. Chasing after this one as well, but Anderson there, but he and Nevin between them forced Anderson into that, well, if you can call it an error, but forced him to concede the throw, which Dublin will take. Short for Pat Nevin. Wegley, real up and under there, Colin Lee at the far post. Nevin was right in there. The flag appears to have stayed down. Good jump there by Colin Lee. What an excellent jump by him. And little Nevin coming in, but was caught off balance. A bit muddled there at the moment, and the flag is up for offside against Martin Hayes. Clark with the kick. It's up there again, having a real battle, but he won it in the air. Allison coming back, could be in trouble. Arsenal getting themselves into a spot there now. Can Nevin embarrass them further? He's got a yard, he's got the cross in, and Wingley! Oh my goodness, there was a chance there. No, the flag was up. The flag was up. But certainly Chelsea are pushing themselves forward with those 4 men up. And they're giving Arsenal all sorts of problems. And of course he played in that same side as John Hollins, the Chelsea manager, sitting at the back there. John, for his part, played 127 league games for Arsenal. Clark away. Adams behind it. Sanson helping it on. Here's McLaughlin. Played on and Gregory caught well offside. Sanson with the free kick as the half-time whistle goes. Good first half for Chelsea, and certainly their manager's gamble of playing 4 up and going for it, as he put it, has paid off. With Colin West having scored that scorching goal after only 4 minutes, but a lot of credit too for the men at the back, people like Joe McLaughlin and Colin Pates, who've done well to hold up Arsenal when they've come forward. So it's still very much in the balance, this local derby here at Stamford Bridge. At half-time, Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. So Arsenal get the second half underway. Now they attack the goal to our left. And winter certainly has returned, as you can see, with snow flurries here in West London. McLaughlin. And whacked away by Clark. Bates helping it on, the chase is on. West looked for a moment as though he might lead the charge. Colin Lee! Oh, and he had it taken off his foot by David O'Leary when he was lining up the shot wide of Lukic. Great chance there for Chelsea. And again, this bustling little character who's 19 years old, Colin West. And then Colin Lee, and it charged down by the Arsenal defender. Meantime, an Arsenal player down, collapsing just in front of the Chelsea bench there. George Graham down at the bench now. And Arsenal, for the moment, going on with 10 men. Dublin getting the better of Rocastle, and Dublin dumped to the ground. And it's all got a little bit nasty there. Possible feeling that the first challenge that ended with the Arsenal player down by the bench was a little sterner than it need have been, and maybe a little bit of retaliation there. And referee Ray Lewis on the left of the picture calling David Rocastle to him. Rocastle, remember, who was sent off a few weeks back against Manchester United, and consulting with the linesman, and he will be booked. Well, a hero on Wednesday night, and nothing at the moment going right for young David Rocastle today. So with 62 minutes gone, Chelsea leading with Colin West goal to 0. Jones with a header. Lee playing it on, and West is onside. And he's got the legs of all over. He's brought down just outside the box. It'll be a free kick. But his speed is quite phenomenal. This 19-year-old from Middlesbrough making his league debut. Brought down by Tony Adams. And presenting Chelsea with all sorts of possibilities here.
was probably booked for that challenge as well while we were waiting for that free kick to be taken. And referee Lewis insisting that that ball gets back 10 yards, and he's still not satisfied. Now he is. Nevin and Darren Wood behind it. It's Nevin curling it! Just over. Sanson. Allinson. Kick for Arsenal. It might come from Rocastle, and a lovely piece of goalkeeping by Tony Godden. Just flicking that one up from short range, high over the bar. Rocastle in there, driven hard with his left foot, flicked away by Godden. Arsenal's corner, Allinson with it. Rocastle again, charged down that time by Clark. Still Rocastle weaving a little bit of magic on that far side. Merson turning it in and Pates getting it away. O'Leary playing it in this time. Quinn now. And again Chelsea looking for a little bit of respite, and Lee's long clearance. Now putting West in the clear again. O'Leary is after him and he's bringing Wegerle in. And it's straight into the arms of Lukic. From one end to the other there, when you felt that Arsenal had a chance of equalising, and suddenly Chelsea were firing on all cylinders, and Wegerle's shots stopped by Lukic. Tucked away by Jones. Lee couldn't quite get it through. It was a rough challenge there by Pates, a high one on Rocastle, and there's the fun and games. And the referee, in fact, using some physical force of his own to get Colin Pates away from that situation. Rocastle down injured from the challenge by Colin Pates, who's now being called to the referee, and his name goes into the book. And here's one. Feet were a little high on Rocastle, and a pretty unpleasant one it looked. Quinn is up for this one. Can Thomas get in? And Chelsea somehow get it away again, and the ball in fact goes off the Arsenal player behind for the goal kick. Right. Merson trying to get in, and Pates taking the safe way out again. Wood getting this one away. That's a free kick. And O'Leary will get himself booked as well. The fourth Arsenal player to go in the book, to add to Colin Pates for Chelsea. Didn't look all that serious to me, I hope so. Pates with the free kick for Chelsea inside the last quarter of an hour. And Lee making it back for O'Leary, Arsenal's free kick. Gets it away for the kick. Benson with the corner. Again, a moment of tension and pressure for Chelsea, and it's over the top from Quinn. And John Hollins just a few seconds away now from what will be a very good weekend, I would think. And something like, well, certainly the Chelsea section of the 29,000 crowd here at Stamford Bridge just willing him to make that final blow. Foul that time by Wood. And perhaps another problem for Chelsea as the ball reaches David Rocastle on the far side for Arsenal. Merson playing it in for Allinson. There was a half chance there for Arsenal. And they look relaxed on the Arsenal bench there, George Graham and Theo Foley, but I think probably realising that that was their last chance. And at last, I would have thought the relief flooding for Johnny Hollins, and on the right, Ernie Whalley, his right-hand man. The final whistle. A great win for Chelsea, and their manager, John Hollins, a broad smile from him, looking up maybe at his chairman. Lost 8 of his first team players for this game through injury, but it was one who came on making his debut, 19-year-old Colin West, with that raking drive of his after only 4 minutes, that provides a